Community Health at Harris Medical Center in Newport, Arkansas. Shauna Worthington joins us to talk about MRI and state-of-the-art MRI that we have here at the Harris Medical Center. First of all, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell me a little bit about this new machine. We're going to show you some pictures of the new machine. And when I mean state-of-the-art, I mean not a lot of people have this. Let's talk about this new technology that we have right here at the Harris Medical Center.
Okay, well, it's a brand new machine. It's just come out in 2017. Brand new software, and we can do a lot of things that the other MRI machines can't even do.
Well, you talk about it being state of the art, and you talk about other things that it can do. You were telling me earlier about difference between contrast and not having contrast. First of all, explain the difference and what that is, and then what this machine will do to offset some of that.
Okay, well, a lot of times you have to have the contrast to be able to see like your renal arteries and different organs in your abdomen, even the arteries in your neck and stuff. And this machine has upgraded the software to where if a patient couldn't have the contrast because their kidney functions aren't good enough, we can do it without the contrast and get just as good of a test without the contrast.
And you talk about a limited number of these in the state of Arkansas.
Yes, there's only a few with this new software in the state of Arkansas right now.
So I guess the expectation coming in is that when you upgrade the facilities, you're here and upgrade this machine. We're not just trying to do it just for Newport, Arkansas. I mean, we're trying to attract people from around the state of Arkansas to come and use our facilities. And let me say this. Talk a little bit about it being one that you can see through, because when people talk about MRIs and talking about the tube that you get in, this is completely different, no doubt.
Yes, it is. It has a shorter bore. The tunnel is not as long. And actually, when you're put in there for like a lumbar spine, your lower back, you can actually look back and see out of it. And most, you can't do that. A couple other things for the MRI is, one of the other things is they're very loud.
Right.
Okay, so this one is actually 75% quieter
Wow.
than other MRI machines. And also with that is we have music that not many people have. You put on headphones and you can pick your music and listen to whatever you want to, and that helps calm a patient down too, because they can listen and it kind of distracts them from the noise and what's going on. So.
Yeah, software where you can just ask what their request is, and it's just like old time radio when you used to call into the radio station and say, I'd like to hear this song, and they could play that song. You can just dial it right up, can't you?
I can, yeah. They can listen to whatever they want.
This machine is a huge, huge investment, but no doubt is something that we really needed right here. And kind of talk just a little bit about the importance of having something like that to where we who would come in and use an MRI, and first of all, from a frightening standpoint, you look at this and say, well, it's just like it looks like a CAT scan machine, it looks like a CT machine, and that's what it looks like. But just talk about how people would be more comfortable with this one.
Yeah, the MRI compared to the CT, I mean, it's a lot more advanced. And so even a lot of times when someone comes in with a stroke, you can't see it on CT. Well, we have with this new software too, you can even see it even brighter, a stroke coming in. So it's very important that we have this facility, this machine here in Newport. So
MRI up and running, ready to go, and just no doubt the state of the art. And I'm as claustrophobic as anybody, but when I look at this machine, I go, I think I might be able to do that. I can't do that, obviously, with the pacemaker that I have, but I'm looking at it right now and I go, that's not too bad. And I've seen some before and go, I'm not going in.
Right,
No.
right.
But this is no doubt a great one.
And another thing is MRIs are very long, and so with this machine, you're able to do the scans a little bit faster.
Right.
So it's cut our time about in half. So a 45-minute scan is taking about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. So that's really good too. And our stroke brain protocol that used to be 30 minutes is 5 minutes.
Wow, is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
Life-saving time is what that is.
Yes, and if you have a pacemaker, you can't have an MRI.
We know that, don't we? I wanted to go in earlier to look, and I said, no, you can't go in. You got a pacemaker. So I didn't go in, so I just have to look through the window here. Shauna, we appreciate you taking time to tell us about this beautiful, beautiful machine that we have. And folks, next time somebody tells you need an MRI, tell them you want to go to Harris Medical Center, Unity Health, Newport, Arkansas, and get it done. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Shauna Worthington. Continuing on with the Unity Health Harris Medical Center part of our program, Linda Johnson, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you and your title here at Harris Medical Center.
Well, I've been here with Harris for 12 years now, and in that time I've learned how to do mammo, so I mainly work back here, and I also do x-ray and CT.
Okay, mammograms and mammographer. What's this machine called? And tell us a little bit about this machine, Shauna.
This machine is called Pristina. It's a GE machine, and we're the only one in the state that has it. It was just launched in 2017, and we're actually one of 3 in the United States that has
Wow.
this 3D digital machine.
So 3D digital, and people will understand it's just more images from different directions and so on and so forth. And just another upgrade here at Harris Medical Center. And this machine obviously is state of the art.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, so the images that are digital, I mean, you can see a lot more in the tissue and stuff, and so the diagnosis is a little bit better.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the only one in the state, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And we filmed this in early April, and we have a scheduled date to when this machine's going to be in operation. What's that scheduled date?
For sure by May 1st, probably, a little bit before that, but May 1st for sure we'll be up and screening.
Linda, tell me just a little, if you could, about maybe some of the upgrades. What's the major difference besides 3D? What does this machine, why is this one so much better? And obviously it is, and we encourage people to use this one. Why is this one better?
Well, like Shauna said, it's more diagnostic versus film the way we've been for years. The diagnostic part of it, the digital part of it,
Right,
actually,
okay.
they can just see better.
Okay.
They just can view more part of the breast.
Okay.
And
It gives a better view.
yeah.
Gives a lot better view. And Shauna, say this. Tell us a little bit about, in the end right here. Tell us how long you've been here and how your job's been.
I've been here 15 years, and I love it. I do the MRIs and mammograms and CTs and stuff, so we do a little bit of everything, but we're like a little family here. So
MRI machine that you've just seen, state of the art, and a new mammogram machine that is state of the art. So we're not sitting on our laurels at Harris Medical Center, Unity Health. We're the best, and we're investing in our community, and there's no doubt that these 2 machines are part of that investment. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's continue on with more of our show on the Business Spotlight. And we do want to do a demonstration and kind of talk about some of the advantages that this particular machine. Shauna, tell us why this one's better than the other one.
Well, actually, the patient comfort is going to be a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm going to show you when I compress, it's going to stop when it gets to a comfortable, when it's compressed enough, and
Okay.
so that makes it more comfortable. It actually heats up just a little bit,
Okay.
so the paddle, a lot of times it's really cold on the patient, and so it's going to be a little bit, warmer. Also, there is a little bit of radiation with when you have a mammogram, and
Okay.
this has lower dose radiation. So all the machines that are coming out now, they're trying to look and see how they can lower the dose of radiation,
Sure.
make it more comfortable for the patient. And so since this one's a brand new machine, just came out this year, they've done all 3 of those.
And you talk about the comfortability, and this machine will stop. The machine stops it as opposed to the human or you stopping it when it needs to get there because of the pressure. I'll just put my fist under here and watch how this works because it's real neat.
And it goes slower, and then it stops when
And
it's
it
compressed
just
enough.
stops. So it eliminates some human error and not much pressure there, but obviously that's just my hand. But anyway, another great addition to Unity Health and Harris Medical Center, no doubt about it. Shauna, we appreciate it
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you.